start the video? Okay. We have been watching the last days of Civil War, and it's a 6-hour video. We've watched an hour and a half of it, and we've taken lots of notes. We just checked with our classmates to see how well we did taking our notes. And I'm curious to see what kinds of notes we took, because there was a lot of information, a lot of dates, places, people, a lot of things involved right there at the end of the Civil War. So I'm curious to see what kinds of information we took down. And I'm also wondering what new questions we have as we move forward into our inquiry into Reconstruction. So who would like to start us off with something that they noticed or took down? Gabrielle, start us off.
The first note that I took down was April 1865 or 61. I'm not sure. Yeah, 1865, and it was the first thing that I wrote down was like the people that it was talking about, and it was Joseph Johnson, Abraham Lincoln, and it was like prelude of April. Okay, and it was talking about how Wilkes Booth was on the when they were when Abraham Lincoln speech. I forgot what his name was.
Let's just speak to the silence, okay? Go ahead. Okay. Go ahead, Sydney.
Connecting to you, Gabrielle, the original plan, instead of killing Lincoln, the original plan was to kidnap Lincoln, Booth and his conspirators. And that was one of the things that was interesting to me. The original plan.
Okay, just speak to the silence, guys. So if it's silent enough, then you can go ahead and offer up your thoughts.
Connecting to Sydney, I thought it was also cool because, and then after that, he thought that he could, during the inauguration, he thought that he could have shot him, like his later thoughts that he could have shot him right then and there.
What was the question? Speaking of Abraham Lincoln, he was the president. Now our president is Barack Obama. Now you said in the South they had a president. Would they have different presidents in the North from the South?
Okay, anyone want to answer his question? Try to go ahead and help us out.
Back then they did because they were in a civil war, which was the North industry that anything that was higher in North Carolina and anything that was higher in South Carolina was being done as North and anything lower in South Carolina was done as the South. Because the South wanted slavery and the North didn't. So they went into a war and they had to have one president in the North and the South, and they had to have another.
There was different stuff that they argued about over slavery. It was because the South they farmed more, and then the North had all the factories and stuff. So they argued over that stuff.
What I find really ironic that Abraham Lincoln was actually a fan of John Wilkes Booth. So it's kind of weird that John Wilkes Booth would assassinate the president, even though the president was a fan of it. It's just weird.
Because he didn't like what he was doing with slavery.
I know. Just so ironic.
I thought that too. Anyone else think that?
Yeah. I wrote it down. They said that Granny used to be a soldier, and but he got kicked out because he was drinking, and he couldn't hardly provide anything for his family.
Yeah, he worked at like a shop, and his boss was his little brother.
Yeah, his boss was his younger brother.
And he was connecting to Demarions about how Grant used to be a soldier. He had been one in the Revolutionary War and then he got kicked out, as he said. He had gone back to be a general in the Civil War because he found that was one of the things he best. When John Wilkes Booth shot Abraham because then he died. Abraham Lincoln died. The next day after, they went into the barn and they shot John Wilkes Booth in the spinal cord, and then he fell down paralyzed. And 10 minutes later, he died.
Actually, it was 7 days.
It was 7 days.
But also, even though that they weren't supposed to shoot him, but one of the soldiers peeked through the crack of the barn and shot him because I guess he was just
Wasn't there a fire?
Yeah,
they
set
the
barn on fire.
Yeah, one of them just set the hay on fire, and then eventually.
Yeah, why did they set it on fire?
because they wanted to burn him.
No, they wanted
They wanted to kill John.
They wanted to draw him out.
If they burned it, the only safe place would be outside. So when they set it on fire, the other person that was with him walked out with his hands up. But
No, he walked out before.
Oh yeah, but so when they set the barn on fire, they still stayed inside. And a person, a plank had fallen down, so he shot through where there was a hole in the
It was ordered. They wanted him alive.
Yeah, they wanted him alive, but he shot through a crack, and it went through his spinal cord and paralyzed him.
Yeah, but he's also there. Before he died, he asked to see his hands. And
Yeah, he was like,
they hold him up and say,
And then at the time of Lincoln's assassination, they tried cutting off. They tried killing 3 more people: the vice president, the secretary of war, and
no, that was it because they were trying to cut off the government.
yeah, and then
They failed the Secretary of Defense because they stabbed him like 5 times in the chest with a knife, but he had a neck brace. He had a neck brace on and it said that it saved him. Yeah, because it was like they missed it. Well, they hit the brace and the brace was metal, so
yeah,
Apparently it was the brace was harder than the knife.
And the vice president, he was in a hotel, and the floor right above him, the room right above him, his assassin was there, and he was gonna knock on the door and then stab him, like as he opened up the door, but like he kind of got nervous and didn't do it.
I was kind of hoping the language that the narrator used was interesting. They said that they wanted to decapitate the leaders of
The heads of government.
the heads of the government. So I thought that was
because they wanted
be useless.
to do that so that they couldn't have any government or assistant secretary of defense would be there, then it would do a lot of things to the Confederates.
Lincoln went